Okay.
With a team, and then that's different from solo queue. But at the end of the day, if you're on the top of the scoreboard, you're gonna be losing less when you lose. You're gonna be gaining more when you win.
Okay, and then what about the top tiers of the game where it is entirely based off of your performance as a member of team? Because it's basically the assumption is every individual should be good individual.
Sure.
You see what I'm getting at?
But that's only a problem you get at the very top, like.
And that's my point. You have baby seals getting to the top because they can dodge matches.
Not in Valorant. No, I'm saying like.
No, I mean in this game.
Yeah, but I'm saying like if you base it off skill like other games do, like Valorant, then like you know you solve a lot of the problems you see. Because if you're going on the bottom of the scoreboard and you're the worst player, but you dodged a bunch of matches to find one that's winnable, like then you're gonna be gaining less. You know?
To a point.
And the only way, and I don't know if I agree with this, but the only way that those systems work is yes, you can derank. I don't necessarily like the idea of deranking, but like in every big competitive rank system, you have deranking, right? Because in order to push people up, you have to push people down.
Right.
People's places are taken and given. You know, but if you did it that way, it would solve all the problems. Like, and then I would agree with you, but the way it stands now, if you just take out the dodging, like, no one's gonna hit Galactic Ace. I wonder if people already have, but like, it would be so difficult for even the top players to climb. They're gonna be given unfair matches a lot of the time. It'd be just like last season, where it's very hard to climb. Last season was a bit different though. It was more the rate of the climb.
Right.
But for whatever reason, the matchmaking, it doesn't give you a super fair match every game. It sucks. Why?
Well, but I mean, then that's part of what I'm saying. At the beginning of this season, when everybody was on equal plating or on equal footing in terms of their rank,
yeah.
Right. It was okay. You're either getting sweaty matches or you're rickrolling people. Right, and admittedly, I didn't have any games where I rickrolled people. So now, once everybody's sort of climbing the ranks, and we've got people climbing, whether that's because they're dodging or because they're really good.
Well, do you think
everybody's not on
skill that's like on the level of a potato? Like, do you think there's anyone in Legend that performs like a potato? I honestly doubt it.
I've met quite a few and beat them. I don't remember their names, unfortunately. I wish I did. It would give a lot more credence to my argument.
Sure.
But, yes, I have met potatoes at Legend, even Valiant. Well, Valiant's even Legend. My point is high-ranking potatoes because they got there by dodging games. And you can always tell who they are by their win-loss rate.
Yeah,
sure.
I'm one. To some extent. I mean, I've played some pretty decent teams, but I've definitely dodged, so
yeah,
in that category. So for me, it's like more the people on my team that make me dodge than the people on their team.
Right.
Well, I compare how many potatoes I have to how many potatoes they have, because it's not about how hard you perform, it's how hard your teammates are gonna feed or their teammates are gonna feed. Like, I can go 30-0, I will still lose fucking games, and that's why I just had to dodge. I had to start dodging. I could not perform my way up. You know what I mean? There was like a point at which I was like, well, I can't fucking climb here, so what's the point? And I blame the system, I don't blame people for taking advantage of it.
I'm not really the one to blame tools. I absolutely blame people.
Sure.
So, and I mean, at the end of the day, the matchmaking system is just a tool for getting people in games together. So
Yeah, and I can kind of see both sides. It sucks to.
Yeah, I
know
don't.
that you're
I don't.
gonna-
oh yeah.
Completely disagree with Mando. I think he has points, but like, you know,
I mean, if it comes down to you're playing a game of war, but you know what the cards are.
Right.
And you get to choose whether you're going to engage. You know, which is real life too, right? You do take the fights you want to take. You can always. But there's no penalty for falling back and giving up the city.
Right. Well, to some degree. In real life, there are a lot more variables than that, but
yeah.
you know. But your argument stands. I'm switching to a strike Xwing.
Cool.
So the way my current build works is I'm using piercing torpedoes and bottle rockets. I'm gonna try and sneak around and take down the shield generator. Gonna go for the left side shield generator first.
I've been wondering whether like piercing or ion is better. You know what I mean? Like,
You know what? I was actually testing with a few of my buddies, just like I said, different squad tactics.
yeah. Sure.
And oh my god, the piercing torpedo is really freaking good.
Yeah.
It only takes 4 of them to take down a shield gen, and they have an 8-second recharge time.
Sure.
So if you get 2 Xwing pilots working together, you can both clear out the shield generators in a single run.
Yeah. But
It's
torpedoes
just
also
obscene.
Get shot down, which is, I think, something that you need to take into account. That's why dumbfires are so great, because
Well, right, and that's if the enemy team is paying attention.
sure. But assuming your opponent is, you know, of comparable skill and not potatoes,
Right.
I think 2 sets of ion dumbfire it actually does. It'll take out the Star Destroyer shields.
Mm.
Like, I'm not talking about the shield generators, the shields. 2 sets of dumbfire.
Yep.
And I don't know. I don't know what's the most optimal way to do it, but
Well, you know what? Burst
definitely something to test
burst
out.
lasers actually. Yeah, burst lasers actually have a really easy time taking down subsystems.
yeah, how much higher is the DPS on those things?
Well, assuming all of your shots hit, it's about, I can't remember if it's 25% higher or 50% higher, but it's significant. Ah, God damn it, they got me. I got one of their shield gens and the other one's down to half, I think, right now.
My biggest problem with the burst ones is that they're
Nice.
hard to hit, especially on like fast flying players like interceptors.
Yeah. Well, that's why I don't use burst against starships. Make sure you're popping those blue pimples. That's all we need to do to win right now. And we still got the morale too.
Another thing, do you even have to worry about shield gens, or can you just destroy power and destroy pimples and win? You know, because you know Sergeant.
I mean, yeah, I
he's
mean,
a firm believer in the fact that power is all you need.
yeah, I mean,
Keep
technically you
targeting.
can win that way. The problem is, and this is something that
What's the most
Scalpwalk is
optimal way?
the one that, yeah, and Scalpwalk is the one that's really pointed this one out. The team that kills the shield gens first is almost always the one that wins.
Yeah,
So,
interesting.
are there exceptions? Yes. But the general pattern seems to be, as we proved with this game, you pop the shield gens first, you win.
Yeah.
So just because it makes all of your future runs so much easier. So,
Fair enough.
And to do that, you think the shield piercing are the way to go, huh?
yeah, because what it boils down to for me is your angle of attack. If you're using proton torpedoes with the enemy capital ship's shield still up, you really only have one route to make it effective against the shield generators. Well, it's pretty common knowledge at this point, so everyone knows to defend from that route if they see you using proton torps or bottle rockets, for that matter.